Support the Bronx Beartics in Season 2 of the UCL. You can pick up a shirt or hoodie till July 31st. Link is down below in the description. Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to the Bronx Beartics first game of the UCL. This is live recorded, or this is going to be live recorded, versus David from the South Beach Slowkings. Of course, I am PokeaimMD, coach of the Bronx Beartics, and I got my water right here. Refreshing. Always Poland Spring, except when you don't have the bottle, so you just put it in another bottle and pretend it's Poland Spring. But in any case, if you guys missed my team builder, you can go ahead and check it out. There is a link to that in the description in the playlist. Got my notepad ready, and yeah, I like the team I brought. I do. I very much like the team. There's a few combinations of mons I wanted to bring in. I talked about this in the team builder. Also, the team builder should have went up, I think, Thursday. I think it went up Thursday. Drink some more water. But yeah, it's I forgot how serious I took these matches because I thought I was ready, but then I forgot I didn't have my water, I didn't have my damage calc open, I didn't have Showdown open, I didn't have my notepad, and that was like the one thing I always did in the UCL because it's not Showdown, guys. It's not Showdown. I need to remember what the hell is happening. I can't just scroll up, and my short-term memory is absolute trash. So, I mean, I always like to think long-term. But in any case, like I said, we're playing David from the South Beach Slowkings. I think he's just doing an introduction as well, which is completely fine. If you guys would like to support the Bronx Beartics, there should have been like a little like a 10-second ad or anything less than that of the shirt / hoodie. If you guys want to go ahead and pick that up, that's available until July 31st. So that's down below. All right, we got his team. He didn't bring Entei. That's great. Landorus T. Oh, this is a gel pen? Ew. It's not my style. Keldeo. Oh, my bad. That's Keldeo R. My bad. That's Keldeo R. So we know he has Secret Sword. He can have Secret Sword on either. Because if you transfer Keldeo back to black version, it still keeps Secret Sword, but goes back to that. We got Celebi, Onion Head, Electros, Escavalier, and Altaria. Okay, so right off the bat, I already noticed that my Cursed Snorlax can put in a lot of work. Specscurum is always going to be the best lead, though, because he has two Pokemon that can scare me out. Escavalier and Keldeo. Besides that, Specscurum clicks Ice Beam. His rocker is Landorus or Celebi, which means one of them has to be defensive. Or it doesn't have to be, but one of them most likely is. And we should be good because I do have HP Fire and Hard Body. He didn't bring Porygon, which is nice, so his Ice Beam switches are very limited. I'm going to lead off with Beatdown. I think it's my best potential lead. Yeah, we're going to lead off with Beatdown, my Kyurem Black, and just click Ice Beam. If he leads off with Landorus, I'm clicking Ice Beam. If he leads off with Celebi, I'm clicking Ice Beam. Alternatively, Electros is a really good lead on my opponent's part, but I get to click Ice Beam anyway. So have fun, David, and it's DS Bottom that we get rid of. Oh, it's a DS. Okay, it was DS Bottom. My bad. So he leads off with Landorus, I'm assuming. Oh, he leads off with Celebi. Oh, great. Looks like we get to click Ice Beam, guys. So as I said, Ice Beam is always going to be my play of choice with this guy. Always. I could click HP Fire or drop a Draco, but we're going to click Ice Beam. We get to figure out the damage. I live any hit Celebi wants to go for even like a Specs Dazzling Gleam. And Ice Beam weakens everything on his team. This is Specscurum Black, by the way. Beat down. And if Escavalier takes only about 23%, we already know he's Assault Vest. He has to switch out, though. He can't stay in with Celebi. So we're going to be able to get up hazards as well. He doesn't have a hazard support. I think I already said that. I'm not sure. But yeah, if we do less than 20% to Escavalier, which I'm assuming is going to come out now, we'll be good. Alternatively, a sub Kyurem would have been really nice versus him too. I don't know though. Sub HP Fire could have also been really cool versus him. But I talked about this stuff in the team builder. Of course, if you are hyped for the Bronx Beartics and want to support us, you know, sharing this battle on Twitter, leaving a like, subscribing, all that stuff, it helps me out. It also lets me know that you guys enjoy the content. Did I get a PM from David? Alright. No, it wasn't David. It was someone else. I'll ignore that for now. Nah, David, you have to switch out, bro. I mean, you can stay with your Onion Head, bro. You are faster than me. Celebi is faster than me. It is base 100. But I'm assuming he might go out to Scavalier. Scavalier is actually a threat too, especially if it's choice banned. We'll be able to tell the damage when it comes in. If it's choice banded, it's going to take about 35%. He stays in with the Celebi to take this Ice Beam, and Kyurem does not get the first kill of the season. He does go for his Stealth Rock, so it's SR Celebi. Ooh. Alright, so Stealth Rock Celebi. I'm assuming that he's going to go out into his SR Spadef Celebi. Spadef. I'm assuming he's going to go out to his Cavalier, so I kind of want to make a double, but that's not the best play. Yeah, I'll just Ice Beam again. It's not the best play because if he goes Keldeo, my double would be, like I was thinking Garbodor. If he goes Keldeo with those rocks up and in a bad position. So Stealth Rock are now up, unfortunately for me. But again, this Ice Beam is still going to hurt everything. That's like max Spadef Celebi. Like in order to take that. I'm surprised he risked that though. Either that or that's level 100 Celebi. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, because Ice Beam to max HP Celebi with 84 Spadef does 96 to 114. So that's definitely like some sort of max Spadef Celebi. Yeah, to only take that much, it has to be max Spadef. Yo, max Spadef takes like 98% max. That's ridiculous. I could have been modest on Kyurem, but I wanted to be faster than Landorus as well. The great thing is Celebi can no longer come in on my Tangrowth because I can knock it out with Knock Off upon switching, which I will always go for. And if he wants to go out to Keldeo, we'll be able to do a little bit of damage to that. I'm actually going to calc Keldeo as well, assuming he goes out to that. But if he goes to a Scavalier, we'll find out if he's Assault Vest or not. If he goes to Keldeo, great, weakened. I hate Keldeo. I don't hate Keldeo. That thing would be on a timer. Specs Keldeo's Secret Sword to my Tangrowth. So he does withdraw. Great. I'm assuming a Scavalier is going to come out. Fleshlight, that's Electros. I don't know if Assault Vest Electros can actually take 2 Specs Ice Beams. Yeah. Why'd you call it Fleshlight? Get the hell out of here, bro. So, Specs Ice Beam actually has a nice chance of knocking him out, and I don't think he can do much damage to me outside of what? Knock Off, maybe Drain Punch. His Drain Punch won't do crap, so I'm actually just going to go off. Blah, 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 blah. I'm actually just going to throw off another Specs Ice Beam. It does 45 to 53%, which is around that range, and if we get the same roll, we knock him out. But that is 100% AV Electros. AV, 50%-ish. And Celebi is at about 21%. Maybe 25. No, like 20 something percent, like 26%. I'll say Celebi is about 26%. Writing that down. Surprised he's not going out to Keldeo, but I guess he acknowledges it's one of the bigger threats to my team, which I agree with. So I wouldn't send it out. But all these Mons being weakened is just helping me so much. So he stays in. Let's see. Will Kyurem Black pick up this kill? It is going to pick up the kill. So Kyurem Black picks up the first kill of the season. Goodbye, Electros. And David is down to 4 Pokemon and a 26% Celebi. Nice, nice, nice. I like this. I like this a lot. Now I'm assuming Keldeo is going to come out. Keldeo. Specs Secret Sword is the only Secret Sword that can knock me out. Yo, why do I beat Keldeo before it beats me? Actually, no. Well, considering accuracy, yeah. If he goes Landorus, I'm Ice Beaming. Scavalier, I'm switching, obviously. If he goes to Scavalier, I'm going out to Garbodor. And setting up a Spike before I go out to Aggron and setting up Stealth Rock. The reason I would go Garbodor first is because Garbodor looks like, even though hazards are very, very nice versus this guy, because his team is grounded, well, it's not very grounded, but Spikes are just nice because Keldeo is one of the bigger threats to my team, I feel, and I want to be able to deal with that. My Reuniclus is 2 KO'd by Secret. Yeah, Keldeo was like the biggest problem when I was building my boy CBB. One of the biggest problems. Pelvic. What is that? That's a Scavalier. So as I said, versus this thing, Garbodor. Let me check my Garbodor spread. Because I don't... he could Drill Run, right? But I definitely don't want to stay in regardless. Let me see if a Scavalier can knock me out with anything. RE Choice Band. Well, yeah, if it's level 100, it can easily knock me out. Alright, so Choice Banded Iron Head cannot knock me out. Drill Run is the only thing that can knock me out actually at this range. He might just go for Drill Run, which would be a very solid play on David's part if he does go for it. I congratulate him for that play. But yeah, I'm still going CTC, the Garbodor. We take an Iron Head, we get to see what type of damage it is. If he's not Choice Banded, it will do a little bit less. It'll do about 60%. And if he is Choice Banded and goes for Iron Head, we're fine. We'll just be able to scout that, and I think that's one of the most important things. And I'll get up a T-Spike as well, just to threaten... Well, I'll get up a Spike, excuse me. Just to threaten Keldeo and put that thing on a timer. And also to wear down the Scavalier to the point where Knockoff plus Hidden Power Fire from my Reuniclus knocks it out. I need more water. Hey, Beatdown doing exactly what it does, though. Beating down teams. Surprised he didn't go directly into a Scavalier. I'm assuming he might be Choice Bandit. He pursues me. That did... that did damage-ish. Pursuits. Beat down. How much does that do? That has to be banded to do that much. So it's banded to Scavalier. There's no way it did that much without being banded. I'm assuming it's banded. Anyway, right now, I am pretty safe to set up a Spike, I believe. I could predict his Landers if I want to and go for Fling. I actually think I might just go for Fling. Because Fling paralyzes something on his team. So I'm actually going to go for Fling. Because if you Fling a Light Ball, it doesn't count as an electric type move and I can paralyze Landers. This also flings Keldeo if he goes out to that. I don't expect Celebi to come out. I expect Landers to want to come out. And if he stays in, I do enough damage to the point where I knock him out with... I'm pretty sure that's banded just based on the damage he did to cure him. No, excuse me. That's definitely not banded. It would be doing double that. Well, did you do about 40% to him? I don't know, you did about 20%. Yeah, that's not banded. That's a Assault Vest. But I'd rather paralyze this thing anyway. And also, if he does choose to go Landers, that'd be great. Either way, I live any hit from this Mon. So, I wish I saw the HP stat. I think it did about 47 damage, though. Well, it would do about 40% if it was banded. And Kirim's low. So we're able to fling this thing a Light Ball, which is going to paralyze it. Assuming it is an Assault Vest variant. Nice. So we're going to be able to paralyze it right here. I was going to get fully paralyzed, unfortunately, for my opponent. I did not want that, but... Alright, so he's definitely AV. Alright, so I calc the damage like on top of the damage it did, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain that, but we are going to start getting up our spikes. Because we do tank hits from this thing, and if he wants to switch out, that'd be great, because that 100% puts him in range of knockoff plus HP fire from my Reuniclus, and I'll always go for knockoff. So sucks he was paralyzed right there. I can't do anything about that, though. That is the game. And yeah, so he got a really high roll with Pursuit on the thing, and I guess it just looked like it was banded. I don't know. Maybe expected my double right there. I mean, if anything, that was good. I do have to be careful around potentially Special Landers or Fly Landers, but I do have Tangela to deal with it. Tangrowth, excuse me. As well as we're going to be putting this thing on a timer. Nice. Let's move to knockoff, but that's not going to do crap because we already lost our item. And what I will do is just set up a T-Spike as well. Just because that deals with Keldeo, it puts Keldeo on a timer, it helps us out a little bit. I mean, he has a chance to be paralyzed here as well, and he'll also be taking the aftermath damage, assuming he knocks me out with this. As he does not, which is great, because again, get up another Spike right here. I can't really touch him, but yeah. Knockoff Pursuit. I'm guessing Iron Head and Mega Horn. We saw Iron Head, obviously. We saw Knock. So he can't touch my Mega Aggron either. And unfortunately, he gets paralyzed there again, which means that I get up all 3 layers of Hazard. So that really sucks for my opponent. These 3 layers will ensure that on the Celebi sack, he will go down to the Poison, if I'm not mistaken. And CTC, man, straight up garbage, putting in the work. As well as the fact that, look at this Aftermath. Yum. Yo! Boom! All that damage. You are no longer an Ice Beam switching. So Aggron is my play, and I want to set up rocks. I 100% want to set up rocks. We already know he can't touch me. German's not going to do crap. I can just Mega Evolve with Panza, and get at these rocks. Keldeo is going to be put on a timer. His entire team will be put on a timer. Nice. I do have to worry about Altaria, unfortunately. Depending on how I play versus Landers. Because it has to be like special Rock Polish to be the most threatening set, I think. But now Escavalier goes down to HP Fire from my my Assault Vest Reuniclus. I like this. I like this. I'm assuming he's going to sack his Celebi right here. Keldeo takes about 38% from Heavy Slam. It takes a lot from Heavy Slam, so it's not necessarily the best switching, and I really, really want these hazards to stack up. Those paras were so unfortunate for David, and there was honestly nothing I could do about that. Like, it's the game we play, you know? I didn't do that to paralyze Escavalier, though the chip damage is nice, and it also ensures that if he had enough speed for my Reuniclus, he doesn't anymore. But yeah, if he does choose to sustain, he's not going to be able to do crap with any of his attacks. And, oh, you know what? If I was Rock Polish, oof. I expect him to sack Celebi right here. Or go directly into Keldeo. I think those will be the two plays he makes. But once I get up Stealth Rock, Celebi also does go down. Escavalier is still useful because it can take an Ice Beam from Kyurem if needed. And Celebi doesn't really do much versus my team, I feel anyway. That's just how I feel. But once I Mega, Altaria is walled. And these rocks going to be taking 25% from that thing as well. Yum. Let me make sure I'm not streaming this by accident because that's like a little habit I have. He does choose to stay in. Interestingly enough. Ironhead Pursuit knockoff. You definitely have Mega Horn. Why would you have Drill Run on this thing? It's not going to do crap, so. I'm assuming he's just going to fodder this off. He does have Ironhead. That's not going to do anything. That doesn't do anything. And I'll just phase him around a bit with Roar. Ironhead isn't going to do crap. Escavalier upon switching is going to take 25 plus 12. So it's going to be at under half. Under half. Surprised he didn't switch out there. I guess he wanted to chip damage because he expected my Stealth Rock, which makes sense. You know, any chip damage is good for Altaria. His Altaria could be a threat depending on it. But if it's special, then Kyurem Blackout speeds and knocks it out with Ice Beam. If it is physical, we deal with it anyway. I kind of expect him to switch. I would switch if I were him. I could have Fire Punch. Panza. Panza. Panza? Panza. Panza. Is that how you say it? See if you told me in call how to say it, but I forgot. Panza. 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 Something like that. I don't know. It's German. Mega Aggro. I like this mon a lot. Part of the reason I didn't want to bring Alamola is because I didn't... he has stuff like Celebi and things like that. Like, he could, I guess, set up on it with Altaria as well. I mean, I would never, ever, ever stand with Alamola to Toxic or to go for a move versus a potential setup sweeper. Especially one that has type advantage, because that just means that... especially one that has type advantage, because that just means that I give it an opportunity to set up versus me, and I do not want that at all. I can't give it that opportunity, so I would always switch out. My friend Shady is online. Shady Penguin doing Wi-Fi battles? Not bad. I just saw it on the bottom screen. Alright, so he does withdraw, which is great because we are going to get this Roar unless he goes Celebi, which is something he could definitely go. Yep. Goes to Celebi, which is a fair play because Celebi will go down to the hazards. Goodbye. It actually went down to Spike, so it was about at 25%. Nice. And he also scouted my moveset. But we do have that T-Spike up, which will be hurting Keldeo if he wants to go out to that. I'm also AV Tangrowth. If he goes out to Landers, if we see a special move, I'm definitely not staying in with my Tangrowth versus Landers. Versus Keldeo, I can take any hit Keldeo wants to go for. Dildo. What is with these nicknames, bro? Look how much Keldeo takes. Keldeo is actually, after the Stealth Rock and Poison, Keldeo can't even switch into Specs Ice Beam anymore. So once I bring in that monster, ooh, we're in a good position. So Reuniclus is, well, there's two plays I can make right here. And I don't think I'm actually going to make the Reuniclus play. Keldeo, let me see Tangrowth. Spread versus this. I made it so I could take about the same from Specs Secret Sword and Specs Hydro Pump. I am Assault Vest. I'm running 2 Assault Vest users. Keldeo, all-out attacker. So, Rocks up. 12. Yeah, he can't knock me out with rocks up. He can't knock me out with rocks up at all. Yep. So Tangrowth is the correct play right here, unless he has specs Icy Wind. But if he has specs, we'll obviously be able to find out. And the Keldeo is going to be put on a timer. It literally can't even switch into specs Ice Beam anymore. He does throw off a Scald. Good play on my opponent's part. Doesn't get the burn, and it looks like he is a leftovers Keldeo. So actually, he could switch into... Well, no, he wouldn't take it well at all. Yeah, and we're 100% throwing off the Giga Drain right here. We're not messing around with this Keldeo. We don't want to take it. We could take an Icy Wind anyway. We are Assault Vest, as I said. And getting rid of Keldeo would be great. He might try and weaken this for maybe his Landorus. I'm not sure what he wants to do. If he wants to go out to Scavalier, that's completely fine. I wouldn't stay in versus that monster anyway. Tangrowth is also really nice because it can also check the Altaria. Why did I say Why did I say Altaria like that? How much do you take, bro? Offensive Dragon Dance. Yeah, Sludge Bomb does 48 to 57% to offensive Dragon Dance, so I beat it before it beats me. Meaning he can't roost off the damage. Also, the chance that Sludge Bomb can poison, it's like throwing off a Scald, which he unfortunately didn't get the burn. Div is not getting too lucky this game. And I do apologize about those things. Like, I can't do anything about that, bro. I really can't. He could be dual, again, he could be dual dance Landorus, but what I'll do is, if it's ever in a situation where it's Kyurem versus Landorus, I will 100% click Ice Beam even if he's Scarf, because I cannot risk him setting up and be like Fly SD or something like that. But I do have HP Ice as well as Sludge Bomb in this Tangrowth, because this Tangrowth was designed to take on Keldeo, take on Altaria, as well as take on Landorus T. I wasn't too worried about, like his Scavalier and stuff. Snorlax is also in the back as a win con, and seeing as how he's not Specs Keldeo, I'm in a decent position. So we'll be able to throw off this Giga Drain as he does go out into a Scavalier, and that thing can no longer switch into hazards. Nice. And I'll even be able to get Regenerator back, and I can now just go out into my Aggron one more time. No reason not to. He could double, but then he dies to hazards, which I didn't mind, or which I don't mind. So I'll go right out into my Panza, and take him on. Again, a Scavalier does go down to hazards. Yes, I do need that for Mega Altaria, but again, if it's Dragon Dance, I beat it anyway, no matter what health I'm at. And if it's special, then Kyurem does outspeed it, clicks Ice Beam, and knocks it out. So that would be like the way that goes. Also, now that we know that his Keldeo is leftovers, I can outspeed it, or I can tank hits with my Reuniclus and knock it out with Psychic. So I guess you can pursue here to get off a little bit of chip damage, but Regenerator would be getting most of it back anyway. Let's see. He does pursue. Again, Regenerator is going to get most of that back. I won't be at full though, so it makes sense, as my Aggron is going to come back in, and Scavalier, are you Assault Vest? I know I'm Assault Vest. I'm just reading the are you Assault Vest thing, by the way. That's why I'm saying that. How much does Heavy Slam do? Heavy Slam can kill. What the hell, bro? Why is it so strong? While Heavy Slam is one of the better plays, I'm going to go for Roar, because I have the chance to phase him out into something like Altaria, which I can deal with. So that's why I'm going for that. I could take a Fire Blast at the range I'm at as well. And also have the chance to switch him into Keldeo, which means that Keldeo can no longer come into hazards anymore. And that's what I'm going for, basically. A Scavalier dies to hazards. Heavy Slam would be able to knock it out. I do 28 to 34% to 174 HP. And if he was, that's definitely like at 25% anyway. But if he's max HP, I also have a chance to kill. Yeah, I also kill 100% at the range he's at. Even if he's max HP, 27 to 32%. That's definitely at about 25, so I could definitely have his slam, as I said. But again, we're going to Roar because we want to phase him around just a little bit, try and phase him as much as we can. He unfortunately gets paralyzed right there, as we are able to phase him out. Do we get, what do we get, Landorus? Do we get Keldeo? We get Landorus. Laxative. David, stop! I don't like your nicknames. I don't see leftovers on this. He could be SD Fly. What's the correct play? Alright, we're going to make the Tangrowth play. Because if he is special, I mean, we'll find out right now if he's Life Orb. I'm assuming he might be Choice Scarf though. That Stealth Rock damage is pretty crucial too. It means that Psychic almost KOs from Reuniclus. The only reason I'm not staying in is because I need this mon. I would have loved to get Altaria because I could have picked up a kill right there. Since Altaria does go down to Heavy Slam 100%. Or even Keldeo, forcing that thing to come in, taking the damage. That way it can no longer switch in. But I'll put myself in a position to go for Ice Beam. So we're not staying in just in case this is Special Landorus. Even Physical would be annoying. Like, I'm not going to stay in anyway. I do have Assault Vest Tangrowth, so I take this thing on. Landorus T. If he's Rock Polish Fly, that could be interesting. But we do switch out. Tangrowth is going to be able to get this nice regen right here. He could go for U-turn as well. I'm not Rocky Helmet, I'm Assault Vest, but still. He does go for Knock, which leads to believe that he is maybe a Scarf Landorus. But I'll just throw off an HP Ice. HP Ice is the best play because not only does it hit this, but it also hits Altaria for 4 times the damage, assuming Altaria comes in. Escavalier dies to Hazard, so I don't have to worry about that. But he goes for Knock, and that looks like Scarf damage. So as long as I keep my Tangrowth alive, we should be good to go versus this. And if he's not Scarf, then I just click Ice Beam right now. Like if he knocks me out when I can hit him power, then we know that my Kyurem does outspeed, clicks Ice Beam, and knocks him out. And Kyurem does have 2 switch-ins left to Stealth Rock, so. Landorus T. Oh, you Choice Scarf. I was debating bringing Scarf Kyurem as well. But, yeah, after the next Stealth Rock switch, and we 100% knock out this Landorus as well. Nothing you can go for right here can knock me out unless it's a special move. Or Fly. Fly can knock me out, yes. Level 50, man, the damage rolls. But if I was my opponent, I'd definitely sack. There's 2 plays you can make here. Sack Escavalier. Sorry, I was talking to my cup. Sack Escavalier, which is, I think, the safer play. Oh, okay. So revealed that he is not Choice Scarf, and that might actually reveal that he is also not, like a setup, because would you run setup U-turn? I mean, he has U-turn, obviously Earthquake. I doubt he has Stone Edge, maybe, I'm not sure. Definitely a good play on David's part, by the way, going to predict my Tangrowth. But Escavalier will go down to Hazard, so we don't have to reveal the hidden power that it is, though we are severely weaker right now. Hidden power. Yeah, but basically, Tangrowth takes any hit anyway, and that might also be Assault Vest Landorus, I'm not sure. He goes back out to his Landorus. He could U-turn right here if he wants to. Should I sack this? Tangrowth deals with Altaria as well. Yeah, we're going to sack this to U-turn. Because I'm not too worried about this Landorus now that I've seen it's set. And if he wants to try and predict something and not go for U-turn, like 100% now, like Heavy Slam 2 it KOs him before he kills me. And also Keldeo will be forced in, so that is what I want. Yeah, I definitely want Keldeo to be forced in, because I want my mons to go down, and then I'll be able to click Ice Beam with my if he goes Altaria, which I think would be a misplay on David's part, I think he has to go Keldeo, because if he goes Altaria, I get to bring out Kyurem, and I get my kill. Keldeo does go down to Ice Beam, as I said. Kind of wish I had Future Sight, but I'm not worried about Dragon Dance Altaria. I'm not worried about... Even if he's Rock Polish Landorus, like let's say he's Rock Polish U-turn knockoff, I would stay in with Reuniclus, right? Get off a Psychic, and that puts it in range of the Body Slam from my Snorlax anyway. So if he goes Altaria here, I get to click Ice Beam. If he goes Keldeo, then that's the correct play, I feel, and I get to go out into my Reuniclus and click Psychic. Yeah, he brings out his Keldeo, which, as I said, was the correct play. And I'm also Toxic and Roar on my Altaria. Excuse me, on my Mega Aggron, so that can deal with like Cotton Guard, Dragon Dance if he wants to use something like that. Yeah, Keldeo's not coming in anymore. So I'll be able to go out to my Hard Body. I am Hard Body. You are just Reuniclus. Which should be a girl, but that was my mistake. It's okay. And yeah, we could just throw off a Psychic right here. Throw off a Psychic no matter what. And if he goes out to Altaria, I 100% go out to Aggron. Aggron lives any hit, even a crit Earthquake. And we actually go for Roar. Roar is the correct play if we go out to Aggron. Not Heavy Slam. Though Heavy Slam 100% kills. I'll show you the calc. Like it 100% kills. But Roar is just to prevent any setup and force him to kill me. Altaria. Yeah. But I'm a Assault Vest, so this isn't going to do crap. Yum. He does burn me, which actually puts me on a timer, which I prefer. So we're able to knock out Hard Body, getting its first kill of the season. Goodbye, Keldeo. CTC putting in the most work with his crappy mixtape. No, I'm just kidding. He hasn't done a mixtape yet. I want him to though. Where is his music? But we are burnt, which is nice because it puts us on a timer, which means that it also stops my opponent from potentially winning the game. But basically, by that, to clarify, to go on with that. +1 Earthquake, by the way, from Mega Altaria to my Aggron does 33 to 40%, 60 to 72 HP. So that's always going to be a play. If he goes out to Lanners, I 100% click Psychic here as well. AV Lanners, Yachi Berry Lanners, none of them take specs. Yeah, he goes out to Lanners. So I 100% click Psychic here. It stops him from potentially setting up. Also, my Kieran Black is faster, and I click Ice Beam and win. I think he had to go Altaria there, unless he is like a setup mod. But as I said, we knock him out with Ice Beam 100%. We know he's not Scarf. Yeah, so I think he had to go Altaria there. I think that was his correct play right there. Knockoff will be able to knock me out, most likely. Yep, goodbye. But then Beatdown is going to do what he does best, and he is going to beat down. Beat down in the mouth. Beat down. Alright, so hard into my boy Beatdown. I don't care if you Yachi. I don't care if you're quick. Okay, I care if you're Quick Claw. I care if you're Quick Claw, okay? When I say Click Claw, I care if you're Quick Claw. But Beatdown is just going to be able to click Ice Beam right here. And that should be game. So the way I play, even if I get a prediction wrong, and I think some people like had trouble processing this last year. The way I play is I typically put myself in a position that no matter what the set is, I don't lose. So I try to make my plays based on my game plan, not based on what my opponent is doing or what I predict my opponent to do. Because what if this is something like Yachi? I mean, Yachi doesn't matter. Assault Vest doesn't matter. This is Specscurum. But I put myself in a position where even if I get the turn wrong, like when he made that knockoff play with Lanners, good play, knocked off my Tangrowth's Assault Vest, or when I stayed in even though I knew he would U-turn, I made that play because if he was like a random Rock Polish set and got really lucky with it, I tried to minimize luck. So that's the way I play. I try to minimize luck being a factor in the game because I don't want to lose due to luck as well as a misplay. Because I think some luck can be avoided at times. Basically, you can make certain plays, that way luck won't even matter. But my Lanners will be able to outspeed him, knock him out with this Ice Beam 100%, goodbye. And Altaria is his final Pokemon. And that will 100% go down to Ice Beam, even if it... David, I hate your nicknames, okay? I actually hate his nicknames. Even if he's like Max Spadef Altaria, he's not taking this. So, Beatdown him out. Take this Ice Beam. So, let's go over what Beatdown did. It 2-KO'd AV Escavalier. It brought Celebi down to 80%. It knocked out Lanners. And it's about to knock out Mega Altaria as well with this Specs Ice Beam. So, with that, this is going to be game. So, watch as he falls. Yes, that's going to be game. So I hope you guys all enjoyed. The Bronx Beartics are up 1-0 in this season of the UCL in Season 2. Next up, we're going to be playing A-Drive, if I'm not mistaken. So that'll be fun. I did play him for finals last year. But I hope you guys all enjoyed. Go ahead and check out my buddy David. And yeah, Beartics take Game 1 of the season. So I will see you guys later. Hope you guys are hyped. And that'll be it. So goodbye, friends. Cue the outro.